Well, there's a misconception that there's so much water out there, and there's very little fresh water in the world. There are millions of people that are working locally in their own communities to improve their water because they realize that eventually it gets into a lake, it gets into a further, bigger water body, and then eventually to the oceans. And the oceans are hurting right now, so we all have our role to play because everybody's downstream of us. One of the things we're doing is having a rain barrel sale. You can order the rain barrels online and pick them up on Earth Day, which is April 22nd. Collecting rainwater is a great way to slow down water and let it stay where it falls. And we can prevent all the pollutants from being washed off your driveway and into Ramsey Lake, for instance.
Particularly if you live on a lake somewhere, it's really important not to contaminate the lake shore by putting lawns all the way down to the edge of the water. It's much nicer if you plant wildflowers and things to attract the bees and the birds, and in that small way we can all help a little bit. It's really so important to also not contaminate the roads and the pathways that have drains in them, which drains do in most cases go directly into our lake.
So many cigarette butts were found at the end of the stormwater drains. And people need to realize that flicking them into the storm drains is not a good way of disposing them because they're toxic. They've collected all that toxin stuff that didn't go in your lungs. And now they're in the waterways and they don't biodegrade, they just stay there. So just remember what it is you put on the ground goes directly into our lake. And this is our drinking water source. And we really need to keep it clean for many, many years to come.